Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1966 Olympia SM9 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and one of the best typewriters of all time. And this one is in near mint condition, which is about as good as you can get as far as condition goes with a vintage used typewriter. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And this is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 80. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back like a switchblade and extends. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you are at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch down. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. It's absolutely beautiful. The Mercedes-Benz of typewriters, and the print is really nice. It's got senatorial number 71, which is very unique font, squared off. Really nice print, 11 characters per inch. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. Flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. We're going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Above that is the MR, stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end. Very good. Next to that is your touch control. So this is all the way on the minus side of that. If you push it down towards the plus, it increases the tension when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder for them to print, but they respond faster. The lower you are, the less tension there is when you hit the keys. You don't have to hit them as hard for them to print, but they don't respond as fast. So you just want to play with that to gauge what your touch control is. The keys are actually pretty light on this one. See, I'm barely touching it in the printing. So you can go pretty heavy if you want to just a faster speed. Backspace on the right side, very good. Tab on the keyboard here. This is the difference between the SM8 and the SM9 is the tab set is on the keyboard on the SM9, and it also has a left carriage release and a all tab clear. So right now we have on the SM8, you have to set the tabs behind the carriage here manually. So right now I have tabs set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to clear them all by hitting this lever here. It's an all tab clear, and now we don't have any. But I always like to keep one set somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So I'm just going to hit that set button right there, and you can set as many tabs as you want in this model. To clear that specific tab, you hit the clear button, and it just clears that one tab instead of clearing them all like the side function does. And that's it for the keyboard. Besides the carriage lock, if you flip this lever up here on the left top side, and most of the Olympia portables have a lock here, it will lock the carriage in the middle. To unlock it, you just flip it down like that. That also will lock the keys. So flip that down to unlock everything. And open the hood like a car hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch a direction. On the side you want it to go to, you just flip this ribbon guide towards the middle, and it will pull to that side. And that's an automatic reverse as well. When you get to the end of the ribbon, if your ribbon has eyelets, which is a little metal piece, it'll catch on that and pull it back to that side. And if you don't have eyelets, you can just tie a knot in there and it usually catches that and pulls it back. And we want to make sure it's going to that side. Very good. Carriage release on both sides on the SM9, super smooth. This is basically a marvel of engineering in this time. It's just all of the best parts you can get. Just beautiful in German engineering, just like a lot of their machinery. Just absolutely very well intelligently designed, and they put all the best parts. There's not really any plastic on this at all besides like the knobs. This is your switchblade, very cool. Carriage release on the left, super smooth. And if you pull the knob out, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is half a space. Same concept with the line space selector. You flip it all the way back, it disables the spacing. You flip it back towards the one, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.